You ready?
Yeah.
We back. It is the Height Differential. And guess what? It is March. Officially March, which means March Madness is here. That's the 6'6" Neil. I am the 4'10" Nick. Before we get into it, make sure that if you are watching live, which we are live, or catching this later, make sure to subscribe to the Height Differential wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you like the show, rate it and leave it. It helps other people find it. And also follow us on social at Height Differential. Da, 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 da. Dude,
Oh,
on
wow.
CBS
wow.
Sports, you can play that. They have it like it's an hour loop. You can just play it for an hour. And I'm telling you,
Is that your
that-
ringtone? Once it's March, and if I call you, is that song gonna play?
it's not because I haven't had a ringtone in, I would say, 10 to 15 years. I'm a silent vibrate all the time. But are you updating your ringtone?
No, I'm on silent. No vibrate. I'm just on straight silent.
It's not even vibrate.
Not even vibrate. Nope. Usually I'll have an Apple Watch on, so if somebody texts me or calls me, it vibrates my watch. That's how I know. You know what I miss about March Madness?
What do you miss?
Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
He was Mr. March Madness. I love Gus Johnson, and
You
we
still
bring him.
catch him on
Find a way.
Fox.
We got to find a way to get Gus back in the
You still
game.
catch him on Fox.
I know, but he deserves to be a part of that March Madness atmosphere.
But is it the greatest sports theme song? See the NBA on NBC rival it.
Those are the top two. I mean, those have to be the top two, in my opinion.
They are the top two. This one just symbolizes that it's March.
You get the
And
cold
which
chill at noon. It's noon
elevates
on a
it.
Thursday. It's
Yes.
noon on a Thursday. All productivity, it works out the window. You're just ready to tune into the games, and when that song hits, you know it's go time.
Well, and really, the selection show is when it hits
Yeah, but
because
they make it an hour and a half for no reason.
March is here. Hoops is firing up. And for the first time, we don't have a lot of football to talk about. We don't have Olympics to talk about. This is it's pretty much going to be all hoops the whole way through.
College basketball.
And we talked about last week how Michigan, Arizona, Duke have probably separated themselves
Yeah,
from the rest of the pack. We talked about who our fourth number one would be.
yeah,
And you said UConn, I said Florida. Both of them, I think they are still the two that are battling it out.
yeah.
Florida, obviously, impressed with what they did against Arkansas, and we'll get into that. But I guess we'll just kind of go in the order of the games last weekend. And Friday night, those Friday night Big Ten games on Fox, you're talking about Gus Johnson. They get Illinois, and Morez Johnson, who played at Illinois last year, puts up 19 against his former team. And it's Mara had 19, and Yaxel put up 16 and 7. Michigan used like a 10-0. Michigan's now 10-0 on the road after getting that victory, and they've won 23 games by 10 points or more. They got their first outright title since 2014. Michigan just kind of doing what they've done all year, putting Illinois to bed. Really wasn't that close.
No, it wasn't that close at all. I mean, Michigan continues to roll. You know, we've talked about what they've done early in the season with all those 40-point wins over good teams like Gonzaga and what they did out in that players tournament. But even in conference play, man, you get a road win against a really good Illinois team. They've won on the road already at Michigan State. They've won on the road at Purdue. They are beating the big boys on the road in their own places. They're getting it done. They claim, like you said, the outright Big Ten title. Yeah, I mean they're going to be there. They're one of the top teams for sure.
There's no doubt. And
Yeah, what else you could say about them?
I mean, they took that loss to Duke, and we looked at that box score, and Elliot Cadeau really didn't have a great game. But here's the thing. He didn't have a great game on Friday either, and it really didn't matter. Keaton Wagler continues to do what he's done all year.
Mm-hmm.
He had 23 points, but now Illinois all of a sudden has lost 4 of their last 6, including 3 in overtime. And they still got one of the best offenses in the country, but defensively they're struggling a little bit. But the story of this game is just, I know Michigan. We just talked about it. Michigan had that setback against Duke, but that's because What,
Duke is
Duke
good.
won by
I mean,
30
yeah.
tonight? They already beat NC State by 30 tonight, and it's just 2 of the best teams going at it on a neutral court, and one team won by 5. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much all you can say.
Yeah. I mean, we hopefully we get a little bit of a rematch with those 2 teams, down the road. I mean, it's very likely a Final Four / national title matchup.
So Duke, what, last week beat Notre Dame by 40,
Yep.
and then tonight they beat NC State by 30,
And
and
then in
then
between there, they just smashed a good
right,
Virginia team who was
right,
rolling by 26. So,
and I don't even know if it was that close. Like,
no, I mean, Duke's defense has just been absolutely outstanding. I mean, like, they were probably the best in the country, held Virginia to just 51 points on Saturday in that 26-point win, and then on the road tonight against an NC State team who shoots the best 3 ball in the conference. Like, NC State could put up some points. They held them to 64. I mean, it's hard to score on them, and then the offensive firepower that they have with Boozer and the rest of them. So I don't know who's stopping Duke.
well, Isaiah Evans had 19 points in that game on Saturday. He was 5 and 9 from deep. He had 3 early that really just built separation. They were 8 from 13 from 3 in the first half. Like, what are you gonna do when they're gonna guard you the way that they're guarding? Boozer, now we talked about the stat where he's had 14, 5, and 2 in every game. That is now extended to 30 games. He's done that every game this year.
Yep.
Um, really, they like Michigan and Arizona and Duke are just kinda, and I like Florida may be creeping up there a little bit, I think, but they're really kinda separating themselves from the pack. And just another stat that kinda tells you about their defense. I mean, this isn't Tony Bennett's Virginia. Like, this is
No,
a Virginia team
this is
that's
a team that scores
averaging
points.
80 points a game.
Yeah, they score some points.
To held them to 51. Here, Virginia is now 1-32 against number 1 teams, 0-17 against Duke when they're in. Just Arizona, who's also playing tonight. These big Monday games with the Big 12 this year have just been incredible. But on Saturday, they put it on. Kansas win by 23, 84-61. Braden Burry's one of these other just incredible freshmen, has 20 and 12. They used a 19-0 run to build an 18-point lead. Kansas did fight back and got back within 2, and then immediately Arizona's just like, nah. And they go on another 16-0 run, get up 65-47. Koa Pete did return
Yep,
for
he's
them
back.
after missing 3 games, had 12 points. The story for Kansas is Darren Peterson continues to play 30-plus minutes.
30 minutes, put up 24 points.
Yeah.
He played a good game.
So just really those 3 teams, man, they're just playing great basketball. I guess kind of to lean into it just because Florida, what they did against Arkansas on Saturday, 111-77.
77. I mean,
It
putting up 53 and 58 points respectively in the first and second halves. Like, that's just getting it done.
Hawk had 22. Yelu had his 17th double-double. Here's a stat for you. Cal's career
Yep.
tied for his worst loss
I
in
mean,
his
I believe
career.
it's 34 points. That's a lot of points.
Do you have
Cal ain't used to that.
So his other loss was while he was at Kentucky. Do you remember or have any clue what it might have been?
34-point loss, Cal at Kentucky, on the road
I
at
believe
Alabama. Was that
I
at
believe
Alabama?
it was against Duke in 2018. I think it was the season
Oh, the
kickoff.
Champions
Yeah,
Class.
the
Oh, that
Champions
was
Classic.
with, the Zion team, I think,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
yeah, and
that's
they
right.
just put it on him.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. I remember.
So yeah, tied worst loss in Cal's career. Florida's unbeaten in February. They've won 9 straight. They locked up their first SEC title since 2014. Boogie Fland, who obviously transferred from Arkansas, was one of 7 Gators in double figures. Other than the 34-point win, the story of this game to me was the double technical.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that. What was the double technical?
So I think what happened is Chinlek hit somebody, and this is when Arkansas was going on a run,
Yeah,
and Kyle asked them to take a look at it.
yeah,
And you know how that goes. It takes some time. They
yeah.
ended up upgrading it to a flagrant 1, and I can't remember who shot the free throws, but they missed both of them. And I think at that point, Todd Golden was like, "You gotta be we're doing all this and your guy can't even make the free throw. Like this is," and they start chirping back and forth.
Oh, no, I did see it. Yeah, the coaches. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
start
yeah.
they
The
start
coaches
chirping
started.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Todd Golden's coming off a championship. He's the new young coach that's hot.
Yeah.
Cal's still got his ego. I mean, he's
Of
been doing it
course.
for a
That ain't
long
going
time.
anywhere. Yeah.
So they're neither one of them gonna back down. They're going at each other. They both get popped, and
Wow.
it was good theater. It was
I
good
love
theater,
it's
especially in
always
a
good to have
game
some
that
theater. I mean, when the game's a 34-point game, it's good to have some theater.
if you're Cal, if you're Todd Golden, you both got the right to get after the other coach.
Of course.
And like I get the frustration. You're using that going to the monitor to try to kill their momentum. And then I think he kind of laughed a little bit when he missed both free throws, and that did not bode well with Kyle over there. And
Yeah.
they just start chirping a little bit. And it's always good when you get the two coaches kind of getting after each other.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Do you remember back in the day when Cal was at UMass and him and
Oh,
John Chaney got into
yeah,
it?
he threatened to kill John Chaney. Or no, John Chaney threatened to kill
Yeah.
Cal. Sorry, the other way
John,
around. Yeah, John Chaney busted into the press conference,
yes.
threatened to kick his ass, as he would say. Yeah.
He just and he kept moving closer and closer to the podium.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
I mean,
I'm gonna kill you.
the reporters had to get involved.
Yes.
The dudes that were writing for the newspapers back then had to get out of their chairs and get in between them. I mean, Cal wasn't moving. Cal was just standing there, like, in disbelief that John Chaney is threatening to kick his ass, but,
Well,
I
it's
mean
kind of unbelievable.
yeah, I mean, it's that guy John Chaney at that time was still old. Uh,
I think he was born owed.
yeah, he does I think you're right, but I
I
do remember that.
remember, like, he came to one of our practices when I was at PRP, scouting one of our guys, and I mean,
That's
that was
cool.
probably yeah,
I mean, he's a legend.
it was pretty cool, but yeah, I think he was born owed,
Yeah.
but they know neither Golden nor Cal threatened to kill the other guy,
Yeah, that's good.
but geez, like, I thought it was gonna be a fun game to watch, and Florida, man, they're just we've said it all year, they've got the best front court in the country, and we knew that.
Yeah.
And would these 2 guards that transferred in from Arkansas and Princeton, would they kinda figure it out? And they're getting more production from their bench too, and they're, for a team that started, what, 5 and 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look is they are clicking at the right time. They've won 6 in a row against ranked teams and have scored at least 90 points in all 6 of those games. It's the second longest streak in college basketball history. The longest mark shared by, I think it's the longest mark is shared by UNLV and Loyola Marymount, and both of those were 88 and 90, so Florida's doing some special things.
Yeah. They're good.
Tex Texas Tech loses JC Toppin,
Yeah.
and everybody's kinda just puts them to bed, and since they've done that, they're 3-0, and they get a win over Iowa State on
On the
Saturday.
road. On the road too.
Donovan Atwell was 6 of 10 from 3, had 18 points. He ranks 2nd in the country with 3.8 threes and 3rd with 110 threes made on the season. Really a huge three-point threat. The Red Raiders had 6 in double figures, but Grant McCaskill, he just I think he's kind of proven himself that he's one of the better coaches in the country. And I think a lot of teams thought without Toppin, this team really didn't have a chance, and they're kind of proving that otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, since he's gone out, I mean, they had that bad loss against Arizona State.
But that was the game where Toppin got hurt.
Yeah, but then, after that, even without him, I mean, they've rolled a 30-point win over Kansas State. They beat a Cincinnati team that's been playing better as of late, by 12, and then that big win at Iowa State on Saturday. So, nope, they're still playing good basketball. You know, coming down to the end here with conference play and with March Madness right around the corner, they're still a factor.
Christian Anderson's been one of my favorite guards all season, but it's the Cyclones' first loss at Hilton all year. And like, look, dude, like we talked about Wisconsin, how good of wins that they had. But look at these wins by Texas Tech at They beat Duke at Madison Square Garden. They beat Houston. They won at Arizona, and they won at Iowa State. That also ranks up with anybody in the country. So I think
Yeah,
they're probably going to be a 3 or 4 seed, and it still kind of makes you sad that they're not going to be able to make a run with JT Toppin because obviously you're losing the Big 12 Player of the Year from a year ago, and there's no way you can be better without him.
no, no.
St. John's, after losing by 32 against Connecticut, they get their white game. Rick comes out in his white suit, and it's problems when Rick's got on the white suit. And
He took it to his boy Kevin Willard, former assistant coach, beat him by 32. And Willard, after the press conference, they asked kind of like, what it was like working for Rick Pitino back in the day. He said, what do you say? Like, you fear for your life. Well, you basically you were on edge, feeling like you were going to get fired almost at any moment. So no, they're boys. A bunch of respect between those two, and Rick really took it to him on Saturday.
yeah, Villanova set a season low for points, and it's their most lopsided defeat since 1997 when they got beat 93-56 at number 3 Kentucky. So that would have also been Rick Pitino as the head coach. What else we got here? Houston finally got right after losing 3 in a row. Colorado really had no chance and was just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time as Houston was bound to get off their snide. Kentucky just actually decides that they don't want to get down by 15 points and revenges the loss that they took to the Commodores earlier in the year. Louisville loses at Clemson. What else? We got
BYU struggles at West Virginia. They lose by 8 on the road, and Gonzaga loses to an unranked St. Mary. Although St. Mary's is always pretty good, and they give Gonzaga fits almost every year, and Gonzaga goes on the road and loses that one by 11.
But also this game holds a little more weight because it is the last regular season game that Gonzaga will ever play in the West Coast Conference.
That is true. They're joining what? That new form Pac-12?
They are moving on to the Pac-12. On Friday night, we saw Miami, Ohio.
Yes, we did.
Looked like their undefeated season was in a lot of danger. They were without 2 of their guys in the backcourt. They were held to 26 points in the first half. And Travis Steele was not very happy with the officiating.
No.
Going into halftime.
No. He took it out on some poor, unfortunate DJ's equipment.
Well, he got popped first off, and he didn't really know what he got popped for, even though it was probably pretty obvious what he got popped for. And then walking off the court, not his home court. He's on the road and just decides to take out the DJ's speaker on his way out.
That's just being an asshole, man. Can't be doing that.
Not a good look.
No.
Not a good look. He did show some sincerity afterwards, talking about how he was wrong with a lot of stuff that he did.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to show sincerity when you win by 2. And you're on the winning end of things instead of losing end of things.
But if you break the speaker, you're picking up the cost, I would hope.
Oh, yes. You got 100%.
Like, you 100% got to pick that up.
Was he fined?
I didn't see if he was fined, but honestly, just kind of a jackass move.
Completely.
And I get it. You lose your cool. You don't really know where you are. I get it, but you got to keep your composure and be a little more emotionally intelligent to that. And just a bad look. I mean, we all want to root for this Miami, Ohio team to make the tournament.
Do we?
Do we not?
Do we?
Well, first off, they figure out a way to win. They win at the buzzer.
And multiple times this year that they've done that.
It was Trey Perry, a backup guard who scored with 0.4 seconds that propelled them to victory. It's Miami, Ohio's 7th win by 6 points or fewer this season. Still calls his team unflappable, said they have an unflappable mentality. They remain the only undefeated team in D1 basketball. But Bruce Pearl on, I don't know if it was TNC or CBS. He's on both.
Yeah.
Not really a fan of saying that Miami, Ohio deserves to get an at-large if they don't figure out a way to win the tournament. He says, are we going to select the 68 most deserving teams, or are we going to select the 68 best teams? If we're selecting the 68 best teams, Miami, Ohio is going to have to win their conference tournament to qualify as a champion. As an at-large, they are not one of the best teams in the country. Your thoughts?
He's not wrong. I mean, I understand his motivation behind saying it because he wants Auburn and his son, Stephen Pearl, to get in. And right now, I think Lenardi has them as an 11 seed and one of the last couple teams in the tournament. So, of course, he's going to say that because if Miami gets in, that takes away a bubble spot. So I understand his motivation behind it, but his words of what he's saying is not wrong. They have not played anybody. The teams, like you said, they've just won several games by 6 points or fewer. And it's all against, this Western Michigan team has 10 wins on the season. Like, they're not good, and they're struggling against teams that aren't good. Are they winning? Sure, they're winning. But if you put that Miami team against some of these teams that are on the bubble in the last four, like an Auburn or, like it may be, I don't know, like SMU or whoever's, around that cut line, Miami loses by double digits. They lose by double digits.
They are also the only undefeated team. Auburn, do you think, first off, do you think Pearl's comments are strictly because of Auburn?
Yes.
Auburn's 15-14. Like, get them. Like, this is what we don't need in the tournament.
He's trying to get his kid in. Like, first, he doesn't want to look like him positioning his son to be the head coach is going to be a failure. Like, we all know what he did. He left at the time that he did because his son was going to get that job. So he wants his son to succeed and be successful and not suck. And by getting to the tournament, that takes a little bit of heat off of him. So, yes, I think that's the main motivation behind what Pearl said. I agree with him. There's a lot of people that don't, such as yourself, that don't agree with him. But I think his main motivation was because of Auburn.
Well, Auburn is 2-7 in quad one, which obviously it's a lot better than
Miami. They've at least played 9 more quad one games than Miami has.
They play in the SEC, so you're automatically going to play some quad one games. I have no want to see a 6-10 Auburn team. They are 6-10.
But you want to see Miami of Ohio. You want to see the team that has a buzzer beater against a 10-win Western Michigan team in the tournament.
Let's give them a chance. Like, Auburn's
you honestly think they're one of the best 64 teams?
One of the best.
Let's be real.
No. Do I think they deserved? I don't even want them in Dayton. I think they're in the tournament. Like, put them in the tournament.
Win your conference tournament, then we got no problems. Win your conference tournament, then. Like, you should not. They don't deserve to be in.
But you're really telling me
frauds.
Like 6-10 in league play. You shouldn't be able to get in the tournament.
What do you think Miami of Ohio would be in SEC league play, Nick? You think they're going to be better than 6-10?
That's not what this is.
This is what this is.
No, it's not.
It is. It is exactly.
Why do you want to see a team that is like not just under 500, 4 games under 500?
When you're talking about at-large teams and the committee selecting an at-large team, you're selecting the best of the non-conference winners. So it's all based on judgment of who you think the best teams are that did not win their conference tournaments. And there's no way that you're going to put Miami of Ohio in that conversation. There's no way. No chance.
How many teams are undefeated?
You know how many teams would be undefeated if they played Miami's schedule? 50. 50. I'd say 50.
But they're not. Like,
because they actually play people. They actually play good teams. They play competition.
We just talked about it last week, how rare it is for anybody to be 28-0.
You're going
7 teams since 1985.
Dude, you're going
since 1985.
You're going against the same logic of when we talked about this for the college football playoff of you didn't want to see the Tulanes and James Madison's in. And now you're the same argument, you're going completely against that and saying put Miami in as an at-large team.
I think it's a good point by you, and I'm proud that you actually have a good point. That's 12 teams. This is 68.
They're not one of the best 68.
And also, neither one of those teams were undefeated. They both had terrible losses. Miami, I know they don't have any great wins, but they don't have any terrible losses.
Terrible losses. James Madison had one loss, and it was to a 9-win Louisville team.
Remember Tulane's losses?
No, don't care.
They were terrible.
They also won their conference. They also both won their conferences. And if Miami doesn't win their conference, they don't get in.
They have to win. They have to finish the regular season undefeated. And if they win their first round game in the MAC, they should get in.
And you're putting them straight in.
Yes.
As an at-large team, straight. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I don't want to see these 6-10, 7-9 Power 4 teams. They've had so many opportunities to beat good teams, and they've proved with losing 10 times that they can't do it. Give these guys a chance. They're undefeated. It's happened 7 times.
They have a chance. Win your conference tournament. That's your chance. That's your chance.
Teams play bad schedules every year. We don't always see undefeated teams.
They don't play this bad a schedule. I mean, there's a lot of MAC teams that will go and play ACC opponents, SEC opponents, Big Ten opponents. Miami had a chance to do that when they started scheduling these teams, and they did it. They scheduled quad 4, non-conference quad 4 games, non-conference quad 3 games. It's not even quad. Schedule a quad 2. Schedule a quad 1. Play a middle-of-the-road SEC team like an Auburn and see how you do in the non-conference. That's how you earn your way in, and they didn't do it. They loaded up on cupcakes. They have a fraudulent undefeated record. Get them out.
What their best win is Akron, who's right around where they are in the rankings. Their schedule, like you said, is 316 out of 365. And I'm arguing. I know I'm arguing against myself. I just think, like, what being undefeated is hard, and it deserves being rewarded. I hope that they remain undefeated and they go into the dance undefeated, but I think it'll be a great story. I think if they get to where they're in the semis, and if they do get tripped up, I'd like to still see them in the tournament.
Yeah, I'd like to see them in the tournament. It's called the NIT.
And guess what?
They'll play Auburn. They can play Auburn in the NIT.
And they're guaranteed to get in the NIT because they're going to win their regular season championship.
That's true.
I mean, their schedule is it's pretty bad.
It's historically bad.
Reward them. They're undefeated. Like,
I'm rewarding you for not challenging yourself. You'll get rewarded for not being challenged. Get out of here.
So, like, I'm looking at quad 1 wins right now. And Michigan is 6-1, Duke 7-2, Arizona 6-2. Last week, you said you would take Connecticut. They're 5-2. Yeah. And the fact that Florida is only 3-3, that could be a reason why you would be right that maybe Connecticut will get selected over top of Florida, because Florida struggled early and lost some opportunities. Some of these records that Arkansas is 1-7 in quad 1 wins, which really kind of surprises me. Felt like it might be a little better than that. Vanderbilt's only 2-4 in quad 1.
Vandy's only 2-4?
2-4 in quad 1.
Only 6 quad 1s for Vandy.
Well, quad 1A, they're 7-6, but quad 1 they're 2-4.
Quad 1A and quad 1 aren't they? Isn't it just quad 1?
Quad 1A is even higher tier.
What qualifies?
I don't know what the breakoff is there.
If you go to the official net rankings on the NCAA, it just has quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4. It doesn't break it out even further.
I'm looking at Torvik. Torvik takes it to another level. Clemson's 0-3 in quad 1, but they're 6-5 in quad 1A. We don't want to talk about what Louisville is in quad 1A and what they are in quad 1. So just for example, Louisville's 0-8 quad 1 and then 6-9 in quad 1A.
No, you got that backwards, my guy. 6-9 in quad 1.
Right, the other way. Yeah,
0-8 in quad 1A.
Yeah, the other way.
Yes.
I don't know. We're getting. It's just. Let's get Miami in the thing.
Get out of here. Like, that's like, so you're saying reward them for being undefeated. That's like giving like a college kid like a reading award for reading like Dr. Seuss. No, you don't get credit so you're a proficient reader when you're in college by reading a kindergartner's book. Like, not happening. No.
Dr. Seuss is classic, and it's hard to read. Like, you gotta read it fast, like a rapper.
Fine. The Little Engine That Could. You're not like you're like an MIT student reading The Little Engine That Could and saying he's a great reader.
Hey, not a bad comparison. Well, I guess we talked about doing a little draft with championship contenders. We're gonna go 5 deep on each side.
Yeah.
You can go first, and then we'll go snake. But we're trying to see what team, and we'll just see what team has teams advance the farthest in the NCAA tournament.
Okay. I mean, if I'm my first pick, you
You
said?
got first pick.
All right. We're going with the team that's just dominating. They're on a roll. They just beat Michigan on the neutral court. We're going to go Duke. I mean, I think that's the obvious choice.
Yeah. I think they're playing as well as anybody. I'll go I'm gonna go Michigan, and then I'm not gonna get them if I don't wait. It's hard not to pick Arizona here, but I think I'm going Florida.
That was a good pick. I was going to take Florida if you weren't. Good pick. Good pick. I'm going to go. I get back to back. I'm going to go UConn and then Arizona with my third pick. So UConn, my second pick. Arizona is my third pick.
I think there's a clear top 5. So you having the first pick, I think, was a real advantage.
Yeah.
But I'm got a clear answer here. I'm going Houston. I know. Look, I think it's more of a product of their schedule right now. Them struggling. They got right on Saturday. Give me Kelvin Sampson in the tournament every single year, and this is where it gets a little tougher.
Yeah. You have another pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets tough now.
I can't trust Purdue. I think I'm gonna have to go Illinois.
Yeah, Purdue. I don't know what's going on with Purdue.
So you got 2.
So you went Illinois, huh? I like this team, but I mean, they just don't have any success in the tournament. Like I want to pick Nebraska, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could see them just choking though. Give me the Michigan State Spartans with my next one.
All right, and then your last pick.
How many have you picked?
I got one more,
Okay.
and I know how I'm taking. So
Are you taking the Huskers?
I'm not telling you.
Give me the Zags. Give me Gonzaga.
I definitely would not have taken the Zags.
Taking the Zags.
Give me the Cyclones.
Oh. Ugh. Eesh. I don't know about that one.
Dude, Otterberg has proved he can do it.
I don't love that one. I would take Nebraska over Iowa State.
I don't think yeah. I mean, we could keep going. Like, if I was going one more, I would probably go Texas Tech. And then let you have Nebraska.
All right, I'll take Nebraska. All right, we'll go 6 deep. And then outside of that, it's just a bunch of okay teams.
But if I look at it now, like, if I'm thinking teams that can win it all.
Yeah. There's only 5.
Duke, Michigan, Arizona, Florida, Connecticut is a clear tier.
I think Houston's right there. Right.
No, I'm including Houston in my 6.
Right, we can do that. Okay.
I'm including Houston in my 6.
Those are so no, I think those are the clear 6. Yeah.
And then, like, the next tier would be Illinois, Iowa State, Michigan State, Nebraska, Texas Tech. And then you get in some teams that maybe could make a run to the Elite 8. I just don't see potentially the Final 4, but I just don't see anybody else that can really win it all.
No, I would agree with that.
And it is the beginning of conference tournaments this week. OVC men's tournament starts this week. A bunch of the Power 4 women's tournaments start this week.
Yep.
But one tournament that I think we need to talk about
Yeah.
is the Sun Belt and the way that it is designed.
I mean, it's designed to get your top team into basically the end of the NCAA tournament.
Well, and look, the OVC does this too, where they only take the top 8 teams and basically 5 through 8 play the first night. The winners of those games play 3 and 4, and then the winners of those games play 1 and 2, which I think that's a good bracket. It helps your 1 and 2 teams get a
Yeah.
chance to get in. But this Sun Belt tournament
I mean, they
takes that
stretch it all the way out.
to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You've got 12 or 11 through 14 playing on tomorrow. 11 through 14 play tomorrow. The winners of those games play the 9 and the 10 seed on Wednesday. The winner of those games play the 7 and the 8. The winners of those games play the 5 and the 6. The winner of those games play the 3 and the 4. And the winner of those games play the 1 and the 2.
This is just dumb. It's just dumb. What do
Like, to me, the OVC tournament, only the top 8 teams get in. You give your 1s and 2s a double bye, your 3s and 4s get a single bye. That tournament makes a lot of sense.
what's the point of this? Like, you're just if you're gonna do this, you might as well just chop your field in half and just play the top 4 in, like, in a semifinal and then just, you know, just go that route. Because if you're playing on day 1, if you're at the 11 through 12 seed, the 11 through 14 seed, you have to win 7 games in 7 days. You start on March 3rd, and you play every single day through March 9th if you wanna try to get to the dance. I mean, that's just impossible. It's impossible. So what's the point? Like, why are we doing this to these kids? Like, it's not fair. It's
Well, and
not.
that's a good point too, because we talk about how we don't talk about it as much now in this era, but it used to be schools first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You're gone
If
for 7 days.
you're forcing a team to play 7 games in 7 days and win all of them.
And that's not gonna
Now,
it's
look,
not
it's
gonna
not
happen.
gonna happen.
No. That's what
And
just cut the
we've seen
tournament in half.
teams win 5. We've seen, like, NC State 2 years ago win 5 in 5 days.
Yeah.
So, we've seen that. Can you expand it to where you're winning 7 and 7?
No,
I
but
don't.
even in the situation where NC State won 5 in 5 days, they were going against other teams that were also playing, like, even the championship game, Duke had played for 3 or 4 straight days. Like,
3
here, you by the
yeah.
time you get to the semifinals, you've already played 5 games, and you're playing a team that's been sitting and resting for 5 days. They're fresh, they're ready to come, beat the hell out of you, and you're probably dead tired. Like, it's just not it just doesn't seem fair. Just, like, if you're gonna go this route, just cut your tournament in half and play a normal tournament.
Yeah, I don't it's all they're in Pensacola, so at least it's a nice place to be. But, and look, I think they're doing this because they wanted to catch attention, and would we
Wanna
be
get their
talking
1 and
about
they wanna get their 1 and 2 seeds into they want that 1
well,
seed to get in the tournament.
but you can do that without this gimmicky bracket.
I
I just
agree.
told you how the OVC does it.
I agree.
Makes a lot of sense. You cut the field, like, you only allow 8 teams in the tournament, and you let your 1s and 2s get double byes. They only gotta win 2 games to get into the tournament. And, I mean, this is just gimmicky. It's it's trying to get people like this to talk about it, trying to get it, you know, that's what this is all about.
I mean,
And
they're getting us to talk about it, but they're getting us to talk about how stupid it is. Not that, "Oh, this is great." Like,
I
no.
would Preston Spradlin's the head coach of James Madison. They are the 9 seed.
Yeah.
We obviously worked together when we were at Morehead State. I would like to get his thoughts on this bracket
Well, shoot him a text.
after the season.
Shoot him a text. Get him on the show.
6 but they have to win because they're playing on the second day.
6 in 6 days,
They're
yeah.
gonna have to win 6 in 6 days. We talk about how hard it is to win 6 in a row just to win the national championship, and now to win the Sun Belt title, you gotta do it 6 times in 6 days.
It's just dumb. Impossible. How many of these games will you watch from the Sun Belt Conference tournament? You gonna tune in to what is it tomorrow? Watch Georgia State, Louisiana, or Louisiana Monroe versus Old Dominion?
I will try to tune in on Wednesday if possible to watch James Madison play the winner of Louisiana Georgia State. That'll probably be the first game in the
5 p.m.
the s-
Yeah.
in the Sun Belt tournament that I will watch. In the OVC, we got so Johnny Maddox, Morehead State, and Nolan Smith, Tennessee State. Tigers share the OVC title. They'll both are the 1 and 2 seeds in the OVC tournament.
Yep.
They will play in Evansville on Friday night. Morehead State will tip off at 10:30 Eastern time in Evansville.
Ooh,
It's always I don't understand why it's always because it's on ESPN2, it's made for TV, but
they're the 1 seed. They're making them
they're
play
the
that
2.
late as the 1?
Tennessee State's the 1 and they're the
Oh,
2.
okay. Dang.
But
Yeah.
congrats to Nolan Smith and congrats to Johnny Maddox on sharing that title.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the women's side, U of L will be the 2 seed in the ACC tournament this year in Duluth, Georgia for the first time.
Yeah.
It's kind of I think it's a wide open tournament. Obviously, Louisville's not going into this playing their best basketball, but I think you kinda hope that, you regroup a little bit, get a win on Friday, and then just kinda try to get things rolling downhill a little bit and see what can happen.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We'll be there. Yeah, you finally got the courage to, ask for a ride, and you'll be driving down there on Thursday, so we'll see you down there. But yeah, no, the ACC tournament's gonna be great. Louisville had a chance yesterday to beat Notre Dame on their home court and share the conference championship, the regular season conference championship, and just unfortunately couldn't get it done. But Duke losing 2 out of their last 3 shows that they are beatable now. They hadn't lost all year until that Clemson game, and they've now lost 2 of 3, so it is wide open. Notre Dame, it looks like they're playing their best basketball this season, and with Hannah Hidalgo running the point, they can probably beat anybody. So they're going to be a team to reckon with, and North Carolina's playing good ball. So wide
Yeah,
open, wide open.
yeah, it's not like it's been in the past where there's a clear favorite, and, unfortunately, Louisville's also going in the tournament losing 2 or 3. But like I said, you get that first win on Friday and kinda shake off the cobwebs a little bit, and you never know what's gonna happen in this tournament, and anybody can win it. Uh, but I don't know if anybody can win. I think the top 5 teams all can win it, and,
Yeah,
uh
I think it's 5 deep. I think it's 5 deep as well, and just glad to be out of Greensboro and onto a new location to Duluth, Georgia.
yeah, I'm excited. Excited to go down and, hopefully see the Cards win 3 games and get the first ACC title since 2018.
Yeah. I think Louisville will have a good contingency of fans. I mean, we've sold about 150, 160 tickets in our allotment, and several others that wanted to buy, but they were a little too late. I think we'll have a decent showing down there. Looking forward to it.
Bunch of former Cardinals in the crowd last night.
Saw that. Saw Asia Derb back. Yeah.
Asia Durham,
Jada.
Mikasa Robinson, Jada Curry, all
Yeah.
in the house. Got to see Asia and the family, in the little bar area down underneath yesterday at halftime. Was good to see them, and
No, nice.
think they might be obviously with being from the Atlanta area. I think they might be there.
What's she
This
doing
week.
now? I know COVID kind of derailed her career, and that really was unfortunate because she was a great ball player. She's still trying to play somewhere, or is she trying to get into coaching? What's her story? You talked to her
She
at all?
played. She just got back. She played in China,
Okay.
and is kind of trying to figure out her next steps. She coached briefly at Charlotte. Uh, but
Okay.
she's focused on playing,
Okay.
and but
Good.
it was great to see her and the
Yeah.
fam, and dude, to talk about the next one to have their jersey up in the rafters on the women's side, I think that's who it is.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so.
We'll talk a little quick Bengals.
All right. Go ahead. Throw some NFL news in there. Yeah.
Well, they did the easy thing.
They didn't screw up the easy, which is important. That is
Dalton
important.
Risner, obviously, after the season, made it very obvious that he would like to remain a Bengal. And sometimes you just don't know with this front office if they're going to be able to pull off the easy. Today, they signed him to a 1-year deal. For the first time in Joe Burrow's tenure, he will have his entire offensive line returning.
Yeah.
And the second half of the season, this actually was one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
So a good thing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just glad the front office didn't screw up the easy thing. Risner made it known that he wanted to come back. The coaches wanted him back, but more importantly, Joe Burrow wanted him back. And Risner talked about Joe texting him throughout this whole process, wanting to know if the deal's been done yet. The deal's been done yet, and sent him a congratulatory text today. And they're focused now on winning football. So good to have him back. He played well. Like to have the continuity on the offensive line, something that Joe Burrow hasn't had, and hopefully that helps with some of the slow starts that we've had in the past couple of years, and maybe we get out of the gate a little bit hotter.
I would hope,
Yeah.
because the offensive line has played a big role in why they've had slow starts.
Yes.
And it's like every year, it's not just protecting the quarterback. The running game is
Yes.
always slow at the beginning of the year. And then
Yes.
for some reason, halfway through the season, they become one of the better running teams in the league. But like, we give the Bengals organization a lot of crap,
We're not giving them credit for doing the
and
easy thing, Nick.
rightfully
We're
so.
not
But
giving them credit for doing the easy thing.
but
No.
with Reisner's quote, they deserve some props for that.
Did you see? We got to talk. All right, if we're going to do this, we also need to talk about the players grading the report card of the.
We haven't got into that yet, so we will get into that. But like, Reisner basically said, "I've never felt this way about an organization," and that's a positive.
What does
And
that mean, though? What does that mean? What is he
I think
feeling?
he's obviously just really happy to be there, to be a Cincinnati Bengal. I think he enjoys playing for Zach Taylor. I think he enjoys playing with Ted Karras. I think he enjoys playing with Joe Burrow. But
Well, he must not have a family. Because
he does, because his wife was trying to break the news and be Adam Schefter on social media. So
I did see that. But yeah, you look at we talk about like the grading of the Bengals from the NFL Players Association. Treatment of families minus, like not just an F, Nick, an F minus is how the players view the Bengals' treatment of their families. That's a problem.
I don't think it could get much worse than that. F minus, unless you just want to keep adding minuses.
I mean,
But look, you see all these. How many Bengals wives have we seen that try to get popular on social media? You don't ever see them complain about anything, about the way they're treated. You ever see Jake Browning's wife when she's all over social with her fit check every single game, complaining about the couch in the lobby?
she probably does behind closed doors. I don't know.
All right, keep going. What else? What else
All
we
right, so
got?
we have treatment of families, F minus.
Not good.
The food and dining area, F minus.
That's 2 F
Where are
minus.
they making these guys eat? Like in a closet? They in the janitor's closet? Sitting on a bucket eating a bologna sandwich for lunch? Is that what we've what? How are you getting an F minus in food/dining area?
I
Then
mean,
your nutrition/dietitian also gets an F.
so if you come home from school
Yeah.
and you bring your parents a report card
Yeah.
with not 1 F minus, 2 F minuses, and an F, how are they gonna handle that?
Oh, I'd be grounded for life. Like,
So can we ground Mike Brown?
yes. I mean, I wish, yes. Like we've been saying all along how we wish he would sub the team. An F minus, like that's what I was like. What are they feeding these guys, and where are they making them eat to where you're getting an F minus for your dining area, food, and nutritionist dietitian? Like, what is happening?
This is what I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
I envision Chris Farley in his hat singing the Sloppy Joe song, just slamming Sloppy Joes on everybody's plate. And they probably spill over into the family area, and there's just Sloppy Joe stains everywhere. And that would also attribute to the nutrition dietitian, because I can't imagine that Sloppy Joes are probably the healthiest. So that's probably the main reason for that. But your boy Mike Brown got a D+ for ownership. So
that's not good either.
No, I'm saying he ain't gonna do anything about it.
No, we got a D- on home game field. I don't know what that means. Does the field?
It means the field sucks.
Does
I get on the field all the time because the end zones always look like crap. Even when they got a new field,
They just got a new field.
Like
Didn't they just get a new field like last year?
They did, and it still doesn't look great. I
mean,
it was probably used by some D3 football team, and we got a deal on it, and we just had to repaint it.
Like team travel, C-. below average, C minus. Like these are like the thing, like the treatment of families, the food, like the travel. No, you froze. Up, you're back. The treatment of families, the food, like the travel, like these are things that free agents will look at. If you're trying to lure some free agents in and it's between you and two other teams, and you have this reputation of not taking care of their families and feeding them sloppy joes in a closet, and you're
with
flying
with
you're
with
flying
Chris Farley.
commercial you're flying commercial to all of your stops or whatever, like, I mean, I know they're not flying commercial, but you got crappy airplanes, like, no, like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like, you gotta get better at the and it's not just this year, like, they've gotten Fs and F minuses almost every year, and they don't do anything to fix it. They don't care, they don't do anything to
Every
fix
year.
it. It's yeah, they're just so cheap. It drives me crazy.
The only positives were the locker room and the training room and the training staff, and then some of the staff, like the coaches, got some good grades. Your boy Zach Taylor was an A minus.
This is
Al
buddies about because he's basically
Al
their age.
Golden Al
Probably
Golden a
goes and
B
drinks with
plus.
them after the game.
Pitchard was A minus. So
Yeah.
their strength coaches got an A. So,
Training staff was an A, so, yeah, I mean, there's some A's, but
but it's all the people. The people are what got A's,
yeah,
and the facilities
facilities all
and
got
the way you treat
yeah.
people, other than going in the training room, is not good. Not good. But look, they're not going to get free agents normally. But the fact that they have Joe Burrow and they could actually be competitive is the reason why they will get free agents. And the problem is, you don't figure out a way to win this year, you lose that luxury, and then you don't get anybody.
And then we suck.
So that's why this is the biggest offseason in the history of this franchise, and they sure as hell better figure out a way to fix that defense and put a winning product on the field,
Yeah.
or you got problems.
Yep. Yep.
Because then fixing all this stuff ain't even gonna matter. Because now I'm sad. But I'm excited.
As a
There's a lot of
fan as a
lot of
fan
opportunity.
as a fan, what would you give the Bengals a grade for fan experience? When
Well, better
they did not shovel your seat and sc and
that
break
day,
the ice.
God, dude, how many
Well,
minuses in
keep
a
in
look,
mind what they've done to you this year. We'll see what your grade is overall fan experience for Nick Evans.
dude, that moment where it was, I might put 20 minuses behind the death. Just absolute garbage. Just unbelievable. I will say overall, the fan experience has improved over the last couple of years,
Okay.
but it ain't great yet. And you can't show the fact that you care more about money than you care about your fans on a day like that. And just getting out there and cleaning that stadium would have just shown they cared, and they chose otherwise. And it's bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, but I will give an A. I'll give an A plus to the beer vendor that hawks beers outside of section 312. The dude from Louisville that knows you
There's Yeah, there's a
whatever.
lot of A pluses.
Yeah, where's he from? Where do you know from? The Bats games or Louisville
No,
basketball? Or what?
he's up at the PNC.
PNC, the PNC guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
always
yeah.
up at the PNC club.
We'll give beer vendors A plus for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, and I'm sure in turn they will also give us an A plus. So,
Fact.
um, the Cognizant was at Palm Springs. We won't get into it too much because it was a really limited field, but Shane Lowry's 3 up with 3 to go. Looks like he's gonna cruise to victory. And he does what probably me or you would do in that situation. Water on 16, water on 17. You back-to-back doubles. You turn a 3-shot lead and a 2-shot deficit, and you end up losing to Nico Echeverria.
Yeah, that's kind of a brutal way to lose a tournament.
Well, and dude, you know how they do the spray charts?
Yeah.
So 16 is par 3 over water. They did the spray chart, and they're like, this white dot is Shane Lowry's. It was 50 yards short of everybody else's shot. Like, he shanked it.
Yeah.
Just completely shanked it. And couldn't figure out a way to win. But I'm wearing this hat because we got the Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend.
Boy.
The Palm Club.
Okay.
Um,
Your boy Ricky gonna be in that one?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
He's a Arnold Palmer ambassador.
Okay.
He'll be wearing some good Puma gear this weekend.
All right.
Um, we've talked a lot of hockey because of the Olympics. We got a new hockey story.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
UMass and UConn.
before we get into that,
Yeah,
since we did talk about hockey, how are your Tampa Bay Lightning doing since the
terrible,
resumption of
terrible,
play? You been
terrible.
keeping up with them? You said that you
Yeah,
would be a big fan, and how we
I'm a
doing?
Carl, who is also trying to become a Lightning fan, already wants me out because they've been terrible. I don't think they've won a game,
Oh,
but I got to stick to it. I got to stick through it.
all right.
I have not watched a game. I have kept up with them.
Okay.
I came I came home one night after I think I had dinner with the parents' house, and I was gonna turn it on, and I turned it on, and it was already over. So, I made an effort,
Thank
but
you.
did not actually watch any hockey. But UMass and UConn, and their season is very similar to college basketball season. So they are amping up for their 64 team tournament. And in this game's in overtime, and it's UConn and UMass at UMass, and they do 3-on-3. And UMass, it's at UMass, right? That's what I
Yes,
said.
that is correct.
They're
Yes.
getting ready, looking like they're challenging to score, but really they don't get that close. But the marketing people at UMass think they scored. The lights start going off, and then UConn gets a break of their own. They get close to the goal, and the lights just go out completely. So they're getting ready to score to maybe win the game. And this is a team that needed this win because they're kind of on the bubble.
Yeah, they're on the NCAA tournament bubble for hockey. Yes.
So they're on a break. Lights are flashing. Then the lights go out completely. They clearly cannot score in the dark. And then it goes to a shootout. They end up losing in the shootout. I don't know if this. I think I would put this game under protest if I'm UConn.
I mean, I would if that's a thing. I mean, I don't know what that does, but I mean,
People do it in baseball and it never does anything.
I was
So
like, yeah, like it's what's the say? Like, we accept your protest, you still lose. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna go back and replay the game, but I mean, just the complete home court, like just like the marketing team, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. I mean, they screwed up to begin with, but once they realized they screwed up and that UConn was on a breakaway, they just shut the whole thing down. Just shut it all off. Stop.
well,
There was only a minute left in overtime too. Like it was coming down to
yeah.
the end.
And
So
dude, they like 3-on-3. Any break is a chance to score because there's just not that many defenders. And like, do you think you asked, like, do you think the lights go out automatically? Like when they start doing that, the light show when they score? But dude, it was pitch dark.
like the lights started. I guess they hit the goal horn, so the sign, the Zamboni horn or whatever that thing is, was going off, and then the strobe, like the lights were flashing for a second, then they kind of went red, and then dark. Right as UConn was going in for a shot, just lights out. It's kind of brilliant, kind of a genius move, but
Like you just wonder if somebody's up there. Nope, not today. Poof, turn the lights out.
I mean,
It clearly worked.
it worked. I mean, they won the game because, I mean, maybe not because of it, because we don't know if UConn would have scored, but they had a great chance to. So they very well could have been the reason that UMass wins that game. I don't know if UMass is on the bubble. When I looked at the rankings, they were 18th and UConn was 13th at the time. So I don't know. I guess UMass is behind UConn, but if they're both bubble teams, this was an important game for both of them. And, your marketing team came through for you.
Would you watch any of the hockey tournament?
No. Maybe
Do
the
you not
Frozen.
even
Maybe
the
the Frozen
Frozen Four?
Four. I've seen the Frozen Four before.
Like, you'll turn it on if it's close late.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, usually it's the same teams. You see Denver and Boston College and Boston and Minnesota, Michigan. I think usually has a pretty good team. Notre Dame. I don't know. Those northern states, maybe North Dakota or something like that.
Yeah, pick it up if it's close late, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We're hockey guys now, so
I hope UConn gets in.
yeah, and I hope they turn the lights on somebody else if they need to figure out a way to get in. They got the strategy now. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the number 1 pick in the draft to the Raiders. But there's one team when he's in an interview that says, "Hey, dude, why don't you just go get arrested? Go get arrested so then maybe you'll slide down in the draft and we can get you." I think of all the people that might get arrested, I think he might be close to last on the list. So
I would probably
I don't
if we
think
were
this is gonna happen.
drafting athletes most likely to get arrested, he would be the last pick taken probably. But what a genius move by the team that whoever said that. I mean, first of all, why I don't know why you're interviewing the kid because you're not really
It's a waste of time.
unless you are thinking about trading up to get him, which I don't know which team it is if they need a quarterback or not, but you're just wasting your time. But throw a little comedy into the interview, and that's pretty smart play.
Yeah, and like he's like, "What is?" He's doing a little interview and telling that story, and it's just, well, I guess that's one way to try to get Fernando Mendoza to your squad. Just
You, you think he'll be good for the Raiders?
I I want to say yes.
He's a smart kid.
He is, and I think that'll help him figure it out. It's just I don't know. I don't think that he's a no-brainer like some of these other number 1 picks, and we've seen a lot of number 1 picks fail as well. Um, I don't know.
What you're saying is he's no Joe Burrow.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
We've compared their numbers
yeah,
as Heisman Trophy winners, and look, you're going into a tough situation too,
yeah.
which
Who'd
so
they hire?
you're gonna put me on a spot like that?
I don't even remember.
Oakland Raiders head coach. Who did they? I love Google and Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. Oh well,
I guess we'll close with this one. Cameron Brink played for Stanford, now plays for the Fever.
yeah,
She's attractive.
yeah,
She's more in your wheelhouse. She's pretty tall.
yeah.
Revealed on social media this week how her now fiance Ben Felter. It's a good last name for.
Cameron Felter. Is that what we're gonna go with?
Yeah. Ben Felter, how he first put in work on her. And we hear all this stuff about people hitting up the DMs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He went a different route.
a little
He went the
unconventional.
old-fashioned huh?
It's a little unconventional.
He went the old-fashioned email. And I think his subject line,
How did he find her email?
sure, you look it up. People, you can find if you need to find somebody's email, you can find it.
I can find Joe Burrow's email.
No, not Joe Burrows.
All right, who can I find? Can I find Caitlin Clark's email?
Probably not.
But
They did go.
then how did you find Cameron Brink's?
They did go to Stanford together, so maybe that is.
Well, they already knew each other.
I don't think they knew each other, but they did go to Stanford. They
Okay.
both are Stanford grads.
Okay.
But his email is subject line: attempting to mingle. I love it.
I mean, he should have been shooting my shot. Is what I would assume.
I mean, that could work too, but I just like the non-aggressiveness of it. Like you're putting it out there. If she responds, she responds. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Well, she's a
The-
basketball player. You got to say shooting my shot.
Oh yeah, it is, dude. But it still worked. It still worked.
Clearly, it worked. Yeah.
His email says, "Hey Cameron, wanted to chat you up, but I think DMs are a little bit creepy. Not that an email is much better. So here's my number, Ben." And that's it. That's it. That's the whole email. So you're just putting it out there. If she responds, great. And
Yeah,
if she doesn't, I guess this just ain't no big deal. So
I mean, good
the
for him to
lesson
go
is,
I mean, she probably does get a lot of creepy DMs and all that. So good for him if somehow he stalks her and gets the email and just does a little the unconventional route. Sometimes unconventional gets the attention that you want, and she took him up on it.
so I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a mass email.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, just
Who
mass.
else we got?
Well, let's go to see this. Like she's married, but I've
Sydney
done plenty of
Sweeney.
mass emails in my day for all the different jobs that I've had. Just copy and paste it, change the email, change the first name, and boop boop boop. Just have 2 windows up, and just do it till it works. Do it till it works.
Who's at the top of that
It's
list?
better than what I'm doing now.
Who's at the top of that list?
Like we're talking I don't famous people?
I don't know. Whoever you want to send an email to, bruh.
I
I
guess
mean,
it'd
it
be
could be
Jesse
your old
Murph.
high school crush for all I know. I don't know
I'd
who.
probably try
You
to hit
can
up
email
Jesse Murph,
anybody.
but I'm probably a little too old for her.
Who?
Jesse Murph, I think she's just like 21, 22. I'm probably a little old, so a little old for her. But I do think it's better than what the strategy I'm doing now.
Which is? Ah.
Nothing.
Yeah, you gotta come up with a different strategy,
Uh,
G, because nothing ain't gonna work.
I
You
mean,
gotta come up with something.
honestly, my strategy right now is go to karaoke, do Gangster's Paradise with you, and then hope somebody comes up and says hi.
Well, we attempted that strategy on Saturday.
Wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I liked the change up. It was a
Yeah,
good spot.
that was good. What's it called now? The old Patrick's. What's it called?
Nightcaps. Nightcaps.
Nightcaps. Yeah, nightcaps. Yeah, good spot on Frankfurt Avenue. Go check it out for anybody that hasn't
Uh,
been.
nice little couch area, just a
Couch area, got couches, they got
relaxing vibe.
yeah,
Um, we
karaoke
did
was
we
good.
did we did a little Gangster's Paradise,
Yeah,
then we switched it up,
we did.
did a little Zach Bryan Something in the Orange.
We sure did.
I don't know if the Something in the Orange was received as well as the Gangster's Paradise.
Usually it's not. Gangster's Paradise is a crowd favorite.
It's just yeah, it's just
But
automatic,
the kids these days, man, if they're in their early 20s, they might not know what Gangster's Paradise is, and it's kinda
which is
getting
just
sad.
which is sad, right?
Yeah, it is sad. It's a classic.
Which is sad.
How many times in our lives have we karaoke Gangster's Paradise together? It's been quite a few.
I would say I think it's approaching 20,
Yeah, it's been quite a few.
maybe even 25, 30.
Yeah.
I think the first time we did it was at the athletics Christmas party in the was that the Angels Envy or was that the PNC? I
That
don't
was
at
the Angels Envy.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it there, and ever since then, it's just kinda been our go-to. We've done it in Mexico. We've done it in the one in Tampa Bay was the tightest one ever.
Yeah, that got the crowd going. Yeah, that was fun.
And you're up on a stage, you're elevated, you kinda actually feel like you're, like, actually a star a little
Oh,
bit.
sure.
Everybody's going crazy, singing the words, like, that we got video of that one too.
That was tight.
That was the tightest one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Felt like actual legends on that.
You actually got a girl's number that night too, I believe, didn't you?
No, I need to bring that back.
That one worked.
Bring those like, yeah, we just do I think we just need to go karaokeing all the time.
We'll go on tour. The
'Cause
Height Differential
otherwise
karaoke tour.
yeah, that I mean, other than that, my only strategy is just start emailing chicks. And I will change the email to shooting your shot. I like that.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll do half and half, do a little A/B testing. See what works better.
Yeah. See what the open rate is.
Yes. And see what the responses are. But I am appreciative to Ben Felter for giving me new hope
There
and
you
giving
go.
me new strategy. We
Job done.
leaving anything else out?
No, no.
So I guess next week at this time we'll be getting ready for conference tournaments.
Yep.
So we can kinda predict the winners of all the Power 4 tournaments. Then the next week, we've gotta do a show on Sunday night after Selection Sunday. I know we've kinda moved to where we're doing Mondays, but I think we need to do a live reaction on Sunday night to Selection Sunday.
Maybe. It's gonna be tough.
Why is it gonna be tough?
Well, Nick, because that's also the women's selection show, and I'll be preparing to host the first and second round, and I got some work to do that day. I got some links. I got some tickets, some links to put out live so fans can buy
Do
tickets
you
to
do you
our
miss the good old days when that was on Monday night?
yeah. Well, until ESPN screwed it up and revealed the bracket early.
Well, how wild was that?
Just ruined our entire selection show.
Mm. The whole thing just comes out early.
And then we
Just
we were like, remember we had like all the fans and stuff at the
we
auditorium for the selection show. We already knew we were a 1 seed.
was that when the volleyball was when we was 18, right? And that was 19?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was around that same
yeah.
time. Yeah, we we
Oh,
already knew we were gonna be a 1 seed.
like, and you don't even know if you trusted at the beginning when it first got leaked,
I think
and then
that
you
wasn't that the UConn year?
yeah,
So we were a 1 seed and we were still mad because we had to go to
yeah,
Albany to play UConn, who was the
which is
2.
just
Ridiculous, but
you beat them at home, and then your reward is, "Hey, you're a 1, but guess what? You still gotta play UConn in Albany."
in their backyard. Yeah. So we knew what was happening. So the entire selection, everybody's already mad. What a time. What a time.
But the good news is March is here. It's going to be warm all week. Unfortunately, it's going to rain, but it looks like it's going to be nice in Atlanta or Duluth. So
pack your shorts.
I will.
Maybe we'll do some karaoke while we're down there.
And then we can do this. Da, 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 da. You want to karaoke that one? So we're just sticking to the Gangster's Paradise. And if I meet some chicks down there, get their email and work my magic.
There you go.
For the 6'6" Neil, I am the 4'10" Nick. Before we get out of here, make sure you subscribe to the Height Differential. However you listen to podcasts, follow us on social media at Height Differential. We will talk to you next week as we break down the conference tournaments. It's exciting that it's here. But great time for Hoops fans. We'll talk to you next week.
Give it to me.
Da, 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 da.
Stop it.
Da, 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 da. Dude, really, it's an hour long. You can just listen to it on loop.
I don't want to. I'll just listen to it one time. That's all I need.
Oh, you just let it roll, baby.